Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of JALEN SAYS. And today we have the BONTRAGER twins today. And well, let's start off with the first twin. Dwayne, how are you today, sir?
I'm doing awesome.
That's wonderful.
This is one of the benefits of having a twin is that when one of us is late, the other one can typically cover the other one.
Yes. So you guys are twins. So how much do you guys relate?
How much do we what?
Relate to each other.
Oh man, we're like hang on, I'm gonna shut a door here. Otherwise, we're gonna hear my dog the whole time.
Wow, you have a dog?
Yeah, got two dogs, and they can be yappers sometimes. So yeah, so my brother and I, we've been partners since high school basically.
Wow.
We both graduated from Purdue in the same degree. Our first job out of college was at the same company, McDonnell Douglas, same position, different buildings. And then we just followed suit, moved to St. Louis together, and then came to Atlanta. I started up Twin Media, or actually back then it was called Create Effects. And then he moved here to join my company. So we have to relate, right? So yeah, as far as twins go, there are so many similarities between the two of us. It's crazy. Yeah.
Nice. So you have a dog? Two dogs?
Got two dogs and two cats. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So what made you make that decision?
I gotta say, it probably wasn't my decision. It was more my wife's and my daughter's.
Nice.
Yeah, they're the decision makers in the household.
So, did you have a pet when you were younger?
Yes. Yeah, we grew up with a dog, and it was always my mom's dog. So I said, once I have a dog myself, that dog's gonna be my dog. And neither one of my dogs are my dog this time. they are all. One is my daughter's dog, and one's my wife's dog.
Wow.
Yeah. How about you? Do you have a dog?
I wish.
You wish?
Yeah. But I have two reptiles.
Oh, you do? Oh, nice.
Two different kinds.
Very cool.
A bearded dragon and a blue-tongued skink.
Wow. Okay. Probably they probably come with some responsibility, but a dog is, man, you just can't leave town. You got to be home, but within. Anyways, it's a big responsibility, especially when you have two dogs.
So have you brought your dog on set before?
No, these two dogs have not been on any of our sets. These they're rescue dogs, and we rescued them both within right when COVID started, and then maybe a year after COVID is when we got these. So yeah, they have not been in any of the sets. I don't think I would bring them on set. They'd just be a handful. Yeah.
Okay, so do you have ideas of making a dog movie? Well, you already have one.
Yeah, we have one called Super Dog. Yeah. And I don't know, man. I'm telling you, it was, even though it was a trained dog and we had the trainer on set the whole time, man, I don't care how trained the dog is. It's an extra effort to get them to do what you want them to do. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I would make another dog movie. It was a challenge.
So what was the favorite film you created?
My favorite, gosh, I think I would have to say, I think my favorite, because it was just so much of a big effort, was Zombie Crush.
Yeah, I saw some of the episodes.
Oh, you did? Okay, good.
Yeah, the first part was kind of funny when he said, don't worry about him. And I was like, okay, next episode. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that I think that's the one I'm probably most proud of because of how many people jumped on board to help out and make it happen. And it was in Macon, and we were able to get crazy locations. And it was just, I don't know, I'm very proud of how much we were able to pull together for very little budget. I mean, it was, man, it was quite amazing what we were able to pull off with the makeup and how big of a set it was. We built this huge, that whole, I don't know if you got to the part where they have a bunker. They're kind of in a bunker.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Okay, we built that inside a studio, the walls and,
Wow.
and just everything, the railroad ties, and it was, and then that the golf cart, we had to build that from scratch, and we got a golf cart, but then we had to fix it all up with all the weapons and stuff attached to it. And,
isn't there a making of somewhere?
yeah, for sure. Matter of fact, if you go to the Bontrager Twins channel and you see the episode, I think there's typically a making of right before the episode. Or
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I saw that there was a making of after the episodes.
yeah, it's sometimes those are more fun to watch than the film. just to know the effort that went into it. And when I go back and watch those making ofs, I'm kind of shocked. I'm like, wow, I totally forgot how much time.
I know. It's like, where do we get the energy to do that?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Crazy. So the question was, Lorraine, he was asking which film I think we're the most proud of, or
Favorite.
Yeah. So Lorraine, what was your favorite?
My favorite is Super Dog, but only because I just, and ironically, I don't know if you've watched much of our body of work, but what makes our work so unique is we don't get excited unless we're filming something different or unique. The way either the story's told or the treatment, or maybe we invented a camera rig that has never been used before. Then we get really excited because we like making movies that people might not have seen, some concepts. But Super Dog, ironically, is probably the only movie we made traditionally with no gimmicks, no nothing. But yet it's still one of my favorites. I don't know why.
I guess that one you got to consider the storyline.
The storyline's unique. I mean, it's a twist, so I do like that. But I don't know why I'm partial to that one. Maybe because I wrote it.
Well, we wrote we've written all our films.
I know. I'm saying I wrote it.
You personally wrote it.
Yeah, me personally. That's why I like it.
Wow.
Anyway, then Zombie Crush, that was written because of a dream that I had. I dreamt the concept where a kid was, or maybe it was me. I don't know. Remember the dream? Maybe zombies were coming after me. And then once they caught up to me, they ended up just wanting a hug. So I was like running for nothing, and so then I thought, well, let's make let's write a twist or a plot around it. And then we switched it to be kid friendly because we thought, well, there's so many zombie movies already out there. And we thought, well, what can make it unique? And a friend of ours came up and they said their son was not working at the time, and so she asked if we were working on a project. So we converted the zombie concept to a kid-friendly zombie movie, and that's what created Zombie Crush.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I think you talked to I think you are about to make some communication with Sherry Mann, and it's her son Tyndall that was the star of Zombie Crush.
Right. Yeah, we wrote that movie just for him. I mean, it was converted to a kid-friendly zombie movie. And we thought at the time, because we created Zombie Crush when Walking Dead first came out, and there was just so much zombie genre out there, we just thought, well, kids don't have, parents don't let their kids watch Walking Dead. So we thought, well, maybe there's a market for that. And, so kids can watch something that can be somewhat kid friendly, and their parents would get them into the zombie genre, and then grow into Walking Dead, because Walking Dead is so graphic, Now we crossed the line a couple of times in Zombie Crush. We might have showed up a little too much blood, but
yeah.
Wow. So what was your favorite moment recording anything? It doesn't have to be your favorite film, just your favorite moment.
Oh man.
I've got a favorite career moment. I don't know if that counts, but you want during filming, like the actual filming, like a favorite film?
Both actually.
Okay, I'd love to share you this, because our second film that we made was the silliest, most ridiculous thing we've ever done, and it was for a 48-hour film project, and we only had 3 of us that were on the team. It was my brother, myself, and 1 actor, and we said,
we had Lewis was helping.
Oh yeah, the editor, right? Yeah. Okay, so there's 4. We had an editor on board, and so we thought the only way we could make a movie with 4 people is we got to make it with dolls. Okay, so I went and bought $300 worth of dolls, brought it back, and we were all sitting around after we picked the genre, because with the 48-hour film project, you don't know what kind of film you're making. And we sat around and looked at our dolls, and we said, "Oh my God, this one character, his mouth moves. So we gotta do that." So anyway, I'll cut to my favorite moment, and it was a movie made with dolls. We were so embarrassed. We didn't invite anybody to the showing. We just thought, we don't want anybody seeing it, and it was just full of a bunch of humor that we made on the fly, because we made it up as we went along. And as we were filming, and we were basically grown men playing with these dolls and filming it, and we turned it into the movie. And so we went to the viewing, the first showing, okay, and we were like, oh God, are they going to get our humor? We made this movie with dolls.
It was at the
Landmark.
No, not Landmark. Oh
yeah. It was a Landmark.
No, it was the Midtown.
Was it?
Midtown Art Cinema.
Okay, so we were at Midtown Art Center, and so we're watching on the big screen, and there was a packed house, and there were so many laughs that they were missing the next joke. It was infectious. The whole theater was laughing, and I'm getting goosebumps telling the story, because we were like, holy shit, these people get it. We couldn't believe it. And we were so happy. And then afterwards, and this is the moment I'm getting to. Afterwards, we were all lined up, all the filmmakers were all lined up on the stage, and they're asking us questions, and they're saying, can each of you introduce yourself and what movie you made? So it goes down the list, down the row, and Dwayne and I were the very end. And it gets to us, and Dwayne gets it, and he goes, "Hi, we're Lewayne and Dwayne Bontrager, and we're Bontrager Films. We made Dude's Day, which is the doll movie. And this is the first and last time I have ever seen this happen. We got a standing ovation. And we were like, what did we just witness? We just couldn't believe. I've never seen it happen since. Nobody's ever done a standing ovation. And these were our competitors.
At the 48-hour.
Yeah, I'm talking the 48-hour. I mean, nobody's ever done a standing ovation for us before or after.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah, but anyway, it's a special moment I will never forget. And I almost want to say that might have kickstarted our drive to want to make more movies, because we knew we made an impact. And I think it really it hit home, and we kept wanting to make more movies. Now I can't say we've ever had a success story like that before, since, but I think the only other movie that did really well was the one that played at Cannes Film Festival. So that was a career highlight. But nonetheless, I got to say that's one of my proud moments stories that I can share that it was pretty amazing feeling, so
Yeah.
pretty
For me,
cool stuff.
that film that you just mentioned that went to Cannes Film Festival, The Bridge, that one, I think I think the most fun or favorite scene, I think, was at that, it was called Paris on Ponce, which had this
Moulin Rouge,
just like the Moulin Rouge. And it was just such a cool feeling to see that whole thing come together. We had probably, I don't know, 30 of our friends show up, and, they were all in costume, and, we had jugglers and guys riding the unibike, and, and it just looked like you took a step back in time, and it was just a cool success, feeling that, you're able to pull that off in such a short period of time. So,
yeah, that movie was called The Bridge.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, by the way, what's this interview for? I'm not even sure what we're doing.
It's his show.
Dude, we're going to be on a show?
No, dude,
we're streaming.
I love it. So people are watching us right now? Oh,
yeah.
I'll hold back my language. I think I said the word.
Yeah.
Yeah. I won't do that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can't edit this.
I literally thought he was writing an article or something. I didn't know.
Yeah, you were just like, wow, wait, so what's the show for?
Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, filmmakers, I guess.
Wow.
I love it. Good job though doing this. That's awesome. That's great.
Thank you. So what was you guys' experience growing up as twins? You guys have any other siblings?
Yeah, we have a sister that's 10 years younger than us. But yeah, Loane and I were inseparable, just all through high school and college, and still inseparable.
I mean, we've been running a business together for 30 years and then making films for 10 years.
No, 15 now.
15, yeah. So, I got to say, being twins, I always say this. I think, Dwayne, I think you say it too. I think being twins is what gave us our creativity, because we were growing up, we were always, very competitive, and so, we were always very artistic, and so we would enter, contests, drawings, and stuff, and in one year he would win first place, and the next year then I would compete, and I wanted to be first place, and so I think it always got us competing and trying to be better, and to better ourselves. So I think we gave each other our own competition that helped us with expand our creativity.
Yeah, but also I think it's just been so awesome to be able to have somebody you can bounce ideas off of, and everything we work on gets better because of maybe an idea he had, or because when you're working on something yourself, you kind of think, yeah, that's awesome, that's it, it's done. But then you show it to somebody, especially when my brother, him and I can tell each other anything.
Yeah.
We'll be like, no, that's not good enough,
Yeah. I agree. We say the way it is. We don't hold back. We don't worry about feelings, because we're brothers. You can't get rid of brothers. You can get rid of friends, but you can't get rid of brothers. So we just say, we get right to the point, and I think we help each other out that way. And then obviously combine. I can't imagine people making films just as a sole entity. I don't understand. I don't know how they do it, because Dwayne and I, we've always helped each other. So yeah, it's always helped, I think.
Yeah. So what are you guys' first hobby? Like your first thing that you were doing when you were young, like sports, chess?
Well, I'm going to say drawing. I mean, we used to draw. I mean, it started probably at church. We used to just draw doodles. Our matter of fact, we went back years later, and our pastor said he used to always look forward to coming back to where we were sitting to watch to see what we doodled on all the offering envelopes.
Yeah, that's true. But Yeah, I gotta say, yeah, what was I gonna say about drawing? I do think we grew up in a very poor, household, and so we have Amish background, which Amish, you can't have a lot of worldly things, and so we were not Amish ourselves. Our parents were when they were young, but we were Mennonite. And my point is, we didn't have many toys, and so we would literally look into a Sears catalog. Sears is made like a big company that you might not know, but made everything.
Department store.
Yeah, it was a department store, and so we would look at the Sears catalog, and we would see a toy that we wanted, and if we wanted a spy decoder, we would build that spy decoder out of cardboard. And we wanted to make it look so real, like it was the real deal. I think it honed in our abilities, our creativity, because we had to come up with creative ways to make things look as real as they could. So I really feel that had a lot to do with it too.
Yeah, I remember making guns and holsters, and because we used to play Cowboys and Indians, and our cousins all had the real thing, plastic, fake guns, but we had to make ours out of paper sack and cardboard.
Yeah.
But did you beat them?
Hey, ours looked cooler, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But I think like you said, it gave us our first inclination of,
But I think drawing was our first hobby. I think that and making models, models.
Right. Model building.
Nice. So this is actually a question I was just gonna ask. Did you guys always want to be filmmakers, or did you have a different career choice in mind?
Yeah, we pivoted our company a number of times, and we started off with just doing I don't want to say just, because it took a lot of talent and work, but we were doing graphic design, and then we pivoted our company to doing internet sites. And then we pivoted to trade show art, and then we pivoted to doing kiosks that people interact with at trade shows and auto stores, car dealerships, and then we pivoted. Then we started doing these film projects, like I was just telling you about, like the Dude's Day, the one made with dolls. And we loved making the movies so much. It was an outlet of our creativity. And we said, well, let's pivot our company to making video. And that's what we did, because basically we pivoted our company to provide videos for internet and corporations, the corporate world. But it basically funded our equipment that we wanted to make our movies, because we had to buy our equipment so we could do the commercial work. But then I gotta say, we mainly did it because we wanted to make our movies, and so kind of dived into then our creativity turned into movie making.
But going back to the 90s, I just remember when Apple came out with their first video card, and then you start doing Premiere came out. Like, I'm talking the first version of Premiere, and I was just so I don't know, interested in the video market, but we could not ever afford all the gear, the video editing software and hardware, and even though I always admired video and just couldn't figure out how to get in, but then finally the cost of all the equipment came down, and it became more and more digital, and it just became a reality, and it was just perfect timing that we started getting into video when we did.
Yeah. We brought up hobbies earlier, the model making. I got to show you something. I can call you Jalen. Is that right?
Yes.
Jalen. Okay, so I got to show you something, Jalen, that we've been working on, because that movie we were talking about earlier, the Dude's Day, because it did so well, and then we got another story we could share later, but we were about 3 or 4 years ago, we got more accolades for it. Wow. And it made us say, well, let's redo this, but using today's technology, because the problem with that first movie is we were infringing on existing dolls, like Indiana Jones dolls and, different dolls. So it could never really go places because of that fact. And it wasn't a parody. So then we said, well, why don't we make our own dolls? And then we started getting into 3D printing, and we've since been making our own dolls and doll heads and the vehicles and everything. We're creating our own world. And then we're in the process of creating a sizzle reel that we can hopefully sell the concept, to somebody that's interested. But I literally just finished 2 days ago what I'm gonna go bring it to you and just show you. It's our latest vehicle that we made, and it's for it. We've kind of reinvented Doomsday into, we call it now Hammer and Dash. That's the two lead characters. But I'll go get it. Dwayne, I don't know if you want to talk a little bit.
Yeah, I want to just say that, for the most part, my brother and I wear a lot of the same hats, and we have a lot of the same capabilities. But my brother has always been, Dwayne has always been the 3D artist. He's able to go into a 3D program, build things in 3D, and then he's able to build these models. So when he says we built it, it's really him. He's built all these models, and this is just one of them. And he's built we've got about probably 4, maybe 5 vehicles, and this is his drone version.
So, I call it a hover drone. What makes this movie likable is because it's super cheesy, and when you watch the movie, you see hands coming in and turning their heads. Hands will come in and turn their heads, and it's just really about as cheesy as you can make a movie. But that's kind of what people, I think, like about it, because they remember playing with dolls, and and so that's kind of the charm that we don't want to lose. Even though our vehicles look cool and different and unique, we're still like this hover drone, and it even works. I got a button that you turn on, and the propellers spin, so it's going to look really cool on screen. But what makes it cheesy is there'll be string hanging, and the string will hang from a real drone, but it'll look cheesy, in the air, because you'll literally see the string carrying it, and that's kind of the charm of what we're trying to do is to keep the cheese in there, but yet have the humor and, the coolness of it. So anyway, I just wanted to brag a little and show that, because we still make models. We just do it with 3D printers now.
Right. Yeah. Wow. So even I'm just get blown away when I come over to his house and I look at what he's built. I'm just like, it just blows my mind that he has gone into the 3D world. And, that's just one arena that I've never gotten into or been excited about. And, but my brother, he's really gotten advanced at it.
Wow. That was incredible. So is that your favorite one that you created?
I actually like the that's my new favorite, but I like the what do we call that? The hammer I forget what we named that thing.
Oh, that is really cool. It's like a tricycle, but it's an adult tricycle, a big wheel. It's like a big wheel type.
You have it there. I don't know where you put it.
It's downstairs, and I don't have.
So, but it's really like those are actually remote control. We've created trucks and these. It's kind of like a big wheel. Do you know what a big wheel is? It's it's where you got a big wheel in the front, and then you pedal. You can sit down. Kids pedal it. So it's all remote control, and it looks like our hero is pedaling, because his legs are literally going around like this, and but then again, even though it works with remote control, we'll have a string pulling it, just to add that cheese to it, but that's probably one of my favorites because it's so unique. There's no other toy made like it right now. And then we made what do you call that? Hoverboard.
Yeah, hoverboard.
Yeah, hoverboard. So I got a hoverboard that's basically works like a Segway, and it's remote control too. And it looks like the character is balancing on it, you know. So it looks like he's literally balancing on this hoverboard. Anyway, we don't need to-
Jalen, we'll send you a link after this that has a video that we put together of a lot of the vehicles and the characters.
Wow.
Yeah, we got to add this hover drone to it, and then I'll send it to him so he can see them all.
Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible. So
Thanks.
do you think of selling merchandise of those toys?
That's the plan. Is we want to create the following. We've even thought about putting out free content of our little skits, 1-minute skits of Hammer and Dash to try and get a following. And then once we get a following, maybe we can present it, or maybe it'll draw some attention. And but we would own the intellectual rights to all the vehicles and all the characters. It's pretty in depth. I mean, the characters look real. We invented skeletons that run with with this. I don't know if I can show you here, but I don't know if you see this little thing right here that's sticking out of the head.
Yeah.
So I push it. You see how that's pushing it? You see how that's moving up and down?
Yeah.
Okay, that pushes the jaw of the head that then makes the character talk.
Hey, you have a head over there. You showed.
Yeah, I'll go get it.
Go grab that. Yeah.
Wow.
So we had to create our own skeletons and create our own mouth mechanism so that that when you push that thing, the mouth opens. So
wow.
Find where this is, but here's the heads. So this mouth here, I'm going to take the skin off. We had to make all this skin in on 3D with 3D printers and molds, but we had to come up with this skeleton that it pushes. When that thing pushes in here, it pushes the jaw open.
Wow.
And that's what makes his mouth open.
Wow. Wow. Miss Betty said it must be fun at your houses.
Yeah, it gets interesting for sure, but
Nice.
but it's hard because a lot of this stuff takes money. The molds. I mean, my gosh, each time we print a mold, it's $150.
Wow.
And then we got to sit there and make them. Then we got to paint them, and it gets very costly. So we can only work on it when we have the funds. And now with my brother being able to make all these vehicles, it's just plastic. We have the 3D printer. It's not that huge of investment. It's just hours and hours of time. I mean, I can't even imagine the hours my brother's put into.
Me neither.
Thank you for recognizing that, Dwayne. Thank you.
Yeah. I want to take, I saw a little Lego being printed, and that took about an hour.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would probably take a day or so to print.
Oh, I would be working all through the night. I have alarms set, every hour, waking up at 1, 3, 4, waiting for the prints to be done. Then I got to check them. And I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, make sure the glue sticks. And if it doesn't stick, all over again.
Yeah, that's right. Well, sorry, I got sidetracked on that. We can get back to more filmmaking.
Yeah. So do you have any ideas of other businesses in the future, like anything else besides filmmaking?
Oh, besides filmmaking. Oh, well,
we invent things.
Yeah, we're getting more and more into product development, where we've designed and patent. We have 2 patents already, but we've got about 4 others in the works that we have patent pending on. So yeah, we've been doing a lot of product development. One's a kitchen product, one was a COVID product, one was a golf product, another's a
wireless phone charger.
Yeah, wireless phone charger product. Yeah, so that's kind of been on the back, kind of in the back seat of what we've been doing. Trying to license these ideas to manufacturers that want to bring these products to life, bring them to reality.
Yeah, and I gotta say, it's the 3D printer that made it possible because when you get ideas, you can create prototypes using the 3D printer, and then you can present it, accurately to potential licensees. And it's not a quick rich kind of thing, but it's more of a residual income concept, where you get a check for every product that they sell. You might only get a dime, but if it sells millions, it adds up, so yeah, you're asking what maybe our next idea or concept is. I would say licensing. We've been putting a lot of time into that, especially during COVID. We were stuck at home and nobody was needing filming and videos made, so we reinvented ourselves and spent a lot of time learning how to invent and create products. So that's what we've been doing recently.
Yeah, our ultimate goal would be to maybe get 2 or 3 of these things licensed, maybe develop some residual income, and maybe one of them will be huge. I don't know, and then maybe we can definitely fund our bigger feature. Because we've made what, 25, at least 25 short films.
Yeah.
But our goal,
we're not going to stop until we make a feature.
But see, we've been self-funded, for every one of our projects. So, and it adds up. It's time and not not a lot of money, but it's, if you add up our hours that we put in, I mean, then it would be a lot of money. But our ultimate goal is to get a feature made, and if we can self-fund it, that's even better. We've been trying to get we were thinking by now somebody would approach us and go, hey, you guys are good. You guys, know what it takes. We'd like to hire you to make a feature for us, but nobody's done that. So we're thinking we're going to have to create our own project, which is basically what we've been doing, for the last 13 years, is creating our own projects and in our short films. But yeah, so anyways.
Yes, and they did mention getting into the toy business.
Yes. Yeah, that would be awesome if we could if we could get, a lot of these toys that my brother's been creating licensed, with the intellectual rights. Oh man, that could be huge. It could be life-changing, hopefully,
Yeah, and I actually have one of your a part of your short film up right now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it was the one I was in.
Look at you.
Oh, family dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's my real version. I'm just gonna wait for you guys to release the full awesome version of it.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was man, we shot that in one day, right? Yeah, that was one day. So pretty impressive that all came together in one day.
Yeah, and thank you for bringing me into it.
Yeah, you did great. I just thought the cast was just so well selected, and I was very happy with everybody's performance. Yeah, and it's a very dark film.
It really is.
We did that with I did that in conjunction with Robert, and it was it was probably one of the first projects I ever done outside of Twin Media and BONTRAGER Twins Productions. But I wanted to do it because it was so dark, and it was kind of a departure from what the BONTRAGER Twins Productions have done. So
yeah, even the zombie movie, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of dark, but it was funny.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah. Yeah, it was the comedy thing. But family dinner, not a comedy. Oh, here we go. Here it is.
Nice.
Hey, sweetie.
Hi, Daddy.
Where's your brother?
I don't know. I was a deep dog.
I hope it's worth the extra chore.
I was just trying to.
I'm sure you were, son, but it's dinner time and I told you to come and get ready. You need to listen.
Okay, guys.
Next vacation, where y'all want to go?
Hawaii. Hollywood.
Hollywood?
That sounds good to me.
That sounds good.
Yeah, this tastes good. I'm not a blueberry fan, but I'm parched. I'm glad you guys like it. Daddy, are you okay? Daddy? Mom? What's happening? Nothing of you will survive. Nothing. Rest in peace, Angel. You were right. That was the last time.
Nice.
That was
Great. How did you keep your stomach from moving? You had to stop breathing.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't if you look at it really closely, I actually had to freeze frame Jalen's body.
I was wondering.
The
I was
last-
like, wow, he's really
Just the last few seconds of it, I had to freeze it and rotoscope him out and continue it in the background because there was just a slight. I mean, I'm talking just the slightest breathing, but I wanted you to appear dead. You know.
Good job doing that because I was blown away how still he was. I'm like, wow, he's not breathing. So
Yeah. But I mean, it was not. It's just. All it takes is that little bit of chest movement, and then you're like, okay, is he alive? You know. So
you're right.
anyway,
I get it.
yeah, it's something I had to do in the edit. But yeah, I don't know. It really played out well.
I guess that was some strong blueberries.
Yeah, that's right. The blueberry tea.
Absolutely.
Very strong.
I like your hairstyle change. It looks good.
Yeah. I was younger. My voice was higher.
Right.
Well, I just can't believe that was 2 years. That was 2019.
Yeah.
I just can't believe it was that long ago.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But that movie's done pretty well. I just saw today that it won. What was the award? Hang on here. It just won earlier this year.
I was 4'5". Now I'm 5'4".
No kidding. You're like what? How many? 2 inches taller?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I'm almost 5'4". Yeah.
Impressive. All right.
Yeah. Oh no. Why?
What's wrong?
Somebody texted in.
Oh no, not Jalen. No. Yeah.
Okay. So it won the Spotlight Short Film Award. It was a winner of a Gold Award. So I just found that out from Robert.
Wow.
Cool. That's
Robert
awesome.
That's
Bowden.
cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. But after seeing the full movie, I was like, oh yeah, that makes more sense. I mean, you still didn't have to kill everybody. You just said that had a heart attack, but I mean, okay. You do you, crazy lady.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah, the mom. That wasn't a very good depiction of a mom.
Yeah, it was pretty dark. I mean, but yeah, that's great. It got an award. So
No kidding.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that on Facebook. I didn't. I just found that out. So,
Dwayne, what do you think our darkest movie is? I mean, we've done a few. Heartbreak Motel. What about that one? What was it called? Where the old lady gets hit by the car.
Gamers.
Oh, I just saw it. I just see it when I'm looking at all your movies, like dark comedy,
Yeah.
Gamers. That's probably a dark one.
That's pretty dark when you're driving around hitting people.
Oh, well.
Whose head does that come from?
That's a little dark. But okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Heartbreak Motel had a twist at the end where the bad guys were the doctors. I don't know if you ever saw that, but
I don't think that is on.
It might not be. It's probably not. Yeah, it's not good enough.
Man, you spoiled it for me, man. Come on, man.
I want to remake that one because it was one of our first. It's not the best quality, but I'd love to remake that because I love the concept of it.
Wow. So
it was our only horror movie. I think we'd call that a horror movie.
Yeah.
So how did you feel when you were making your first movie?
Oh
man, we hated it. Remember?
It was a 48-hour film project, and it was a huge team. It was like a team of probably 15 of us, I would imagine. It was a lot of people. Ended up being too many cooks in the kitchen, so decision making was hard. And it was just not a good experience. And then that's why the following year we said the only way we'll do it is if we have 3 or 4 people, and that's but
you gotta admit though. I mean, we swore we would never do it again. We did it that one year because 48 hour. I don't know if you've ever done a 48-hour film project, but it's pretty excruciating. You got to write, film, and edit the entire film in 48 hours. So you write it Friday night, Saturday you film it, and you start editing them Saturday night, and then you turn it in Sunday, evening.
Wow.
So it's excruciating. So we swore we would never do it again, and I think it was 2 days before the next year, and Dwayne and I said,
hey, you want to do it again?
Yeah, what the hell? Let's do it. But that's why we only ended up with 4 people. That's the one we made the dolls with.
So it's Rick Neely. He was our editor on that one. Rick Neely.
Yeah, and I don't think we told Jalen. We ended up winning first place that year. We won the film of the year for Atlanta for the 48-hour film project with that silly little doll movie. And the downside is normally when you win, you move on to a world competition. You compete with hundreds of teams around the world, and it's really an accomplishment just to make it that far. But 2 weeks before the competition, we got a call from the lawyers, and they said we couldn't continue in the competition because we were
using Indiana Jones.
Exactly. Yeah, we were infringing on all the Barbie dolls. And I remember, this is a funny story. We called Mattel because we thought, we'll just get permission. So we called up Mattel and we said, hey, we're making a movie. We just want to make sure that it's okay, that it's going on in competition. And they called back within a half an hour, I think. And they said, yeah, you can do that. That's no problem. And then they said, you're not defaming Barbie's image, are you? And we're like, no. And we hang up and we're like, yeah, they're never going to let us, because I think we had Barbies dressed down, and it was not good. It was like some adult humor in there a little bit. So we knew right away there's no way. So we gave up on that whole concept. But yeah, it was still exciting that we knew we won.
That must have been great. But you're like,
I'll share one more story. This is another bragging moment, because 10 years later,
you can skip this, Loin.
Sure.
Yeah, but let's make sure he gets all the questions.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Oh no, you could do it. You could do it.
Yeah, I'll make it quick. I'll just cut to the chase. 10 years later, 48-hour film project, or 48 hours in Atlanta, hosted the worldwide competition.
They call it Filmapalooza.
Filmapalooza. So hundreds of filmmakers from around the world came to Atlanta to compete because they were all winners of their cities. Okay. And Atlanta was hosting. So on the first night of this week, or this weekend that they do this competition, they came up with an idea to play the last 10 years winners of Atlanta to the filmmakers from around the world. And we were one of them because we won, like, I don't know, 9 years earlier. And it was excruciating watching the quality of our movie compared to, because you got to realize the evolution of film technology in the last 10 years has been exponential.
Just
with DSLR cameras. So the quality of films, you could see the 10-year progression on the quality of where it came to the year that the competition was. And so it was really kind of a reliving experience. We're like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. Our movie, it's made with prosumer cameras. It was so cheesy. And so after they viewed all the 10 years, my brother and I had to leave, and we're leaving it, in our car, and we're in the garage, and we get a call, and they asked, well, why? A friend of ours said, why are you leaving? And so, well, we have pre-engagement, we had to go somewhere, and they said, well, you're up for an award and of the best out of the 10 years, and you guys won. So the 100 filmmakers from around the world looked at these 10 films, and
you're like, yeah, Barbie, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, so, and that's why we said, okay, we gotta remake it. We gotta redo it because people still resonate with that cheesy. It doesn't matter the quality. If the storytelling's good and it's got a good, people can relate with it, then there's something there. So that's what motivated us to make these our own characters and our own vehicles.
So I just remembered, Jalen, of our actual first movie that we filmed. It's not, Luane, it wasn't The End, the movie called The End. It was actually a film that we started with a friend of ours, Drew Edwards, called Sellout. In other words, cell phone, CELL, sellout. And it was all about the rising, things on cell phones. And this was back in 2004, I think.
Yeah.
2004. What year were you born, Jalen?
2009.
2009. Okay. So, 2004, we're out filming this, and we had a Canon GL1, which was like one of the first prosumer cameras, We were so proud that we owned this camera, and we started making this short film. We filmed probably, I don't know, half the script. And our next shot was down in down by Lenox Mall. Our next shot was going to be right outside of Lenox Mall. So we went to Lenox Mall. We had all our gear out there, camera stuff, and we had to go inside, or somehow we had to go. Oh, we had to go inside looking for I know what it was. The security guard came up and said, hey, you need to have rights to film here. So we had to go in and sign some papers, but we came back out and our camera was stolen. We remember there was like a group of kids that came up and was asking, hey, what are you doing? And we got distracted. Anyways, our camera was stolen. All our footage was stolen. And it put a damper on our filmmaking for probably 2 years because we said we were just so bummed out all the time we put into filming. And our camera was stolen. I don't think we got insurance. Anyways.
No.
Yeah, it was kind of a brutal, but I don't think we've ever had anything stolen since then. Oh, no, I take that back. We have had another camera stolen at one point. But anyways.
Those are the war stories.
Yeah, those are the war stories.
but they're mostly good stories.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting close to the time. So before we get off, can you tell us where we could find you?
Oh, okay. Well, our company is called Twin Media, twin spelled with 2 I's, twinmedia.com. Bontrager Twins Productions are films. So Twin Media is our corporate videos. We do a lot of video tours for assisted living homes. But Bontrager Twins Productions, you can find that on the Footprint Network, which if you have a Roku, an Apple TV or a Fire Stick.
Or even your computer.
Or your computer, yeah, right. Your computer, you can go to Footprint Network, and in there you can see all their channels, and we're one of their channels, Bontrager Twins Productions. And you can see probably at least 10, maybe 15 of our films that we've done, and a lot of making ofs. We've uploaded a bunch of making ofs. Zombie Crush is down under episodes because there's like short films, and then down below there's episode or series. They call them series, and that's a series. We chopped it up. It was originally a 30-minute, and we chopped it up into episodes. And there you go. Thank you for putting that up. That's a direct link to our channel.
Nice.
But if you do have an Apple TV Fire Stick, you can download the Footprint app, and then you can access and find our. That way, you can watch our films on your, big screen in your living room.
Let's send Jalen a link to Heartbreak Motel and then that Hammer and Dash sizzle reel.
Yeah, we'll send that to Jalen.
Oh, thank you. And now I have one last question. Who's the oldest?
Ding ding! I gotta take credit where it's due. I'm 5 minutes older.
Well, we tell people 5 minutes. The truth is, we don't know how many minutes.
I think. Mom told us.
Everybody says 5 minutes is way too long. I think it's more probably like a minute. But
really?
Yeah.
You better take that up with Mom. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, I always thought Dwayne was first because Dwayne's a more popular name. I've never met another Lowain, and I thought they made up Lowain to go with Dwayne, but our mom says they had Lowain first, and it was a cousin. I think they had a cousin named Lowain or something, and then they saw a twin name book, and they saw Lowain and Dwayne. So that's where it came from. That's the story. We're sticking to it.
Wow. Well, thank you for coming on, and can you stay in the room while I do my little outro? And we also have a sponsor today too.
Oh yeah,
really?
Yeah.
I want my cut.
Okay, well, we'll send that to you by the year of 2021 million.
Okay.
All right.
I'll be waiting.
Okay. Well, thank you guys, and thank you to the audience too, out there in the audience. And today, yes, we have a wonderful sponsor today, and we put it in here, and this is their phone number, and they do custom designs, home decor. They do it for women, children, men, whoever you are, even if you're a house too. Yep. Home decor, and custom designs, whatever you do, whatever you want to do. If you want to wear some red, purple, if you want to wear some purple, green, if you want to wear some black and white, they'll make that for you. They also do alterations, and that's their phone number right there. That's the name right there. And yes, thank you for sponsoring us today. And yes, you could call them right down there. And thank you guys to the audience. And yes, they do custom designs, home decor, and alterations. So they're pretty great, pretty awesome, if I say so myself. And thank you guys out there in the audience. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for liking the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like if you haven't already. And we're getting very close to 300. We're literally 2 subscribers away to 300 subscribers. So if you guys haven't done that before, hit the subscribe button because that supports me a lot. And thank you guys a lot. And if you guys want to donate, it's $Jalen Says right there, $Jalen Says to support us so we could do more stuff like outside of my studio. We could do more stuff like, game events and all a ton more stuff. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for support. Thank you guys for watching this, and stay tuned to the next episode. Bye.